A very welcome to all of you in today's video. In this video, we'll discuss about how do we manage mains. Now, we all know that close to 75 days are there for the people who are targeting UPSC mains, and the pressure is very high because ideally, when you look at the journey of UPSC, the journey is long, and this is the crucial point of last 3 months that will decide the outcome. Now, question comes that how do you prepare the mains examination? What should be my approach and strategy? First of all, don't make the mistake which aspirants normally do. Keep the sources very simple, to the point. And second is focus on writing. These are two aspects of preparation that can never be neglected. For example, when you look at the journey of the mains examination, we all know that 22nd August is the mains examination. Remember the date. And so the pinpoint strategy should be that we should follow the previous year questions. So PYQs will be the guiding light, and we all know that in GS mains we have 12 subjects, and one more thing very important, that all the 12 subjects have to be covered because the questions will come. However, the weightage whenever you are preparing, the cost benefit analysis has to be done कि भाई जिस section से questions ज़्यादा आते हैं, the effort that you need to put on those sections would be higher, and the main part that will keep your answer separate from others is value addition. पर इसके बारे में बात करेंगे because I'll be taking a lot of sessions on the topics how to do value addition, how to make notes, and how do you converge in the time bound manner. Then you should have proper revision schedule. Now here, if you write, the revision will automatically happen. Minimum 2 to 3 revision is required, and also you need to write mains test series, the mains test papers, and you should try to complete the paper in a time bound manner. Now these two things are very important. Now when I look at the journey of the aspirants, they always ask me that how do I crack mains? So broadly there are 3 pillars to crack the mains. The first pillar is completion of syllabi. That means if you see the syllabus of UPSC, it is vast, but in the vastness of the syllabus, you have to complete every topic because UPSC can ask questions from any topic. However, based on the trend and pattern of the mains examination, mains is relatively easy if you have basic command over writing, if you your thought process is ready. Thought process means you need to be able to communicate. There should be conceptual clarity, all those areas, and this I'm going to discuss in detail, and of course the writing skill. Now let's take one by one. The first is thought process development, but before going ahead, we'll come to the aspect of the journey that is important. Now when you look at thought process development, let me ask you questions. So if a topic comes on, let's say UPSC asks a question on topic called malnutrition. Now moment I say malnutrition, the concept of malnutrition, okay, so let's say that malnutrition is being asked. So concept of malnutrition, the status of malnutrition in India, the data related to the status of malnutrition, the government schemes, the problems, why if the schemes are not effective, why the schemes are not effective, international experience if any, and how do you make sure that malnutrition is being addressed. So when you try to see, any topic has to be covered holistically and your basic thought should be ready. So conceptual clarity, can I explain in fewer words? That will happen only when conceptual clarity is there. Holistic idea of the topic. So holistically, right from basics till advanced till current, the current part you have to understand, and that idea is there. The third is you have to reproduce in your own language. Now remember, you are writing the answers in a matter of 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes, 10 minutes. And it is not possible to mug up all the information which is there. So it is very important that you reproduce these aspects in a very limited fashion. So the second part would be syllabi completion. So topic by topic, make sure go through the syllabus and see if the notes are ready or not. Also map with PYQs, link with PYQs, because whenever you are studying a topic, be very thorough. Ask, can I solve this question? For example, for GS paper 3, I'll be discussing the PYQs, how to approach. So that is an area I'll be taking. The third is value addition to be done. What is the value addition? How should be the value addition done? So let's say current updation, data, fact, examples, all those things are very, very important. Then you have to keep the sources very minimum. Your class notes, your primary source, your newspaper, the value addition, and bring everything at one place. If you are reading from 5 sources, 7 sources, believe me, it will not work, because in the end, you have read so much, the convergence part will not happen. So it is very important that you converge the effort that you're putting. जितने लोग एग्जाम निकाल रहे हैं, last year Ruhani got rank 5, from 159 she got rank 5. She was my mentoring student. Now what she did, she converged the effort. She was already in job. It was not possible to study more. एक लेवल के बाद पढ़ना नहीं है, आपको एफर्ट्स को कन्वर्ज करना है, एंड व्हेन यू कन्वर्ज द आउटकम विल कम. इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड. ब्रिंग कंटेम्प्रेरी रेलेवेंस, करंट से लिंक करना है. व्हाई शुड आई अवॉर्ड यू मार्क्स, स्पेशली जब स्टैटिक क्वेश्चन है. नाउ इन यूपीएससी द मेंस पेपर इज इजी because you are going to get from the syllabus itself. The problem is that if the answers are simple and basic, how should my answer look, and how should my answer be better than others? And that is where you have to bring contemporary relevance, you have to link with current, you have to bring some novelty in your answers, and those novelties will make a lot of difference. So it is very important that you understand the dynamics of that, and I'll be making series of video how to crack the mains examination. Then answer writing, a very crucial part of selection. If you are really targeting this time, you should at least write 20 answers per week. This is the minimum I'm saying. You can write more also, but this is the threshold. So technically, let's say we have 10 weeks or 11 weeks. In 11 weeks, you can write 220, more than 200 or 250 answers. That will be sufficient. Also, there are 12 GS subjects, and here holistically have to be covered. But in UPSC, the questions which UPSC is asking, they mainly come from few core topics. Then focus on essay, optional, ethics. These are very, very important part of your preparation. And essay will require a separate effort. We'll make videos on essay, how to approach essay. There'll be a essay module in our institute that will be covered. Then optional, again, very important part. Optional has to be done very thoroughly, again, PYQs approach has to be there. And the last but not the least, the ethics. Now in ethics, we are going to provide value addition, we are going to make support, and 10 to 15 essays have to be produced or practiced if you really want to crack the exam. So these are three major pillars: thought process development, syllabi completion, and third is your writing skill. And remember, if you do all those things, nobody can stop you from selection, and it can be done in 2-3 months. That is the question. So first of all, the next is, how do we use PYQs? Okay, so let's say polity, or let's say economy. So in economy, let's say on an average 7 to 8 questions come every year. So last 5 years of PYQ has to be readied. Very important. So you have to make sure that the last 5 years PYQs are ready. You pick the subject or topic and go through the questions. Then you make a list of topics where questions is being asked. Now, a lot of institutes are providing trends, and so this can be understood and discussed. So we can discuss this as well. So list of topics can be prepared. For example, in economy, you get a lot of questions from agriculture. You got questions from basics of economy, the trends of the economy. You get questions on anything with liberalization, private LPG era. You get then also infrastructure or investment. But agriculture is the most important part of the syllabus. So the topics where UPSC will ask questions are very much defined, and PYQs will help you to filter, and this will help you to filter the areas. But remember, in every topic which is there in the syllabus, you have to have the notes ready. Don't make the common mistake जो normally लोग करते हैं. So this is where the PYQ based approach, and I will be helping you with the PYQs how to use them. Then has to be revision schedule. So whenever you are studying, okay, 10% revision schedule. Now how the revision schedule will work, I'll discuss. So let's say you are doing subject 1. Let's say you are doing polity, and then you go to subject 2, economy. Now while the economy, you can revise the polity part. While going for next subject, you can revise the economy part, maybe just 1 hour, 40 minutes. And the value addition, the data, the facts, all these has to be collated. How do you make your answers more effective? These are things that has to be seen. So I will be making a lot of videos on these to make the preparation part more easy and effective. So these are things that have to be understood, and if you do that, things are going to work. So these are 3 areas: GS, essay and optional, which has to be covered. And I would usually advise prioritize the area where most of the UPSC questions will be asked, low hanging fruits. In current affairs, be selective. Not everything will be asked in UPSC. Mains is, and also in the end, you can practice the mocks and the revision and analysis part. Here, find a mentor, sit with your mentor who can evaluate your copies. For example, at Edge IAS, we sit with the students, mentor them, we evaluate them, give them feedback. This is how you have to improve. So preparation is a process. Remember, it's an exam. You have to follow a study schedule and rest will follow. Believe me, things will work, but you have to make effort in real. Okay. So thank you very much. Take care. God bless you and keep up the good work. Bye.